What kind of pastor pulls a trigger and still preaches the next morning? It sounds unbelievable, but that's exactly what happened with J. Frank Norris. He grew up in a shack in Texas, beaten by his alcoholic father. But somewhere in that broken childhood, a spark was lit. His mother believed he was born to lead, and he believed it too. Norris didn't want a quiet life in a small church. He told his classmates he'd preach from the greatest pulpit in the world, and he did, but not the way anyone expected. Norris pastored two massive churches at once, one in Texas, one in Detroit, flying between them every week. His voice was on the radio. His words were printed in papers. People were listening, but the fire in his heart sometimes burned too hot. He called out sin. He fought corruption. He even publicly criticized the mayor from the pulpit. One day, the mayor's friends showed up in Norris's office. Voices were raised, 4 shots rang out. The man dropped dead. And Norris, he went free, claiming self-defense. The very next morning, he stepped into the pulpit and preached, "There is no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus." Some say he was a hero. Others say he went too far. Even newspapers called him the reason many avoided church. On this day, May 8, 1947, editor Ralph McGill of the Atlanta Constitution wrote, "The Reverend J. Frank Norris and others like him is one good sound reason why there are 50 million Americans who do not belong to any church at all." So, was he a man of courage or a man consumed? Maybe both. Because the hardest battles don't always happen outside us, but inside. Pride, power, pain, they can all dress up as righteousness. Frank Norris did many great things for the gospel, but also left behind a trail of controversy. And in the end, we're reminded, boldness without humility can build a crowd, but not a legacy. Subscribe for more stories that challenge, convict, and point you back to Jesus.